Today, I want to discuss the difference between variable costs and fixed costs in your business financial projections. If you're developing financial projections for a business plan or just for your own business sake, so you know where your business is going, this is important that you differentiate between fixed costs and variable costs. So I'm going to start with the definition and then I'm going to go into a few examples. My name is Nicholas Coriano, graduated business school, law school, worked on Wall Street, own a ton of businesses. My main business is writing business plans and financial projections for people looking for SBA loans, investors, so on and so forth. So let's get to it. Variable costs. These are costs that change in direct proportion to the level of production or sales. So as sales go up or production goes up, these costs increase. When production goes down or sales decrease, these costs go down. Fixed costs, on the other hand, are costs that remain constant regardless of your level of production or sales. They do not fluctuate with any changes in your business activity within a certain range of operations. So let's go through some examples of fixed costs and variable costs. So variable costs could be raw materials. For example, a coffee shop's cost of beans, milk, or sugar increases when they sell more drinks. This is a variable cost. Sales commission. A software company that pays 10% on each sale as a commission to its sales team is considered a variable cost, right? The more they sell, the more they're going to pay out. Shipping costs in an e-commerce company could be a variable cost, right? Depending on how many units it ships out or where it's shipping out these units, these costs change, therefore being variable costs. Utilities. This is partially true. Sometimes utilities can stay the same, but mainly, right, if you're a manufacturing plant and your production goes up, your utilities are going to cost more. So this is a variable cost. Packaging cost, right? Packaging cost in your business could vary depending on how much you produce. So that is another variable cost. Now some examples of fixed costs. Fixed costs could be rent or lease payments, right? No matter how much you produce or sell, your fixed cost on your rent is probably going to be the same. Now, of course, there's going to be somebody in the comment section that says, well, rent goes up every year. That's true, but generally in a 12-month projection, your rent payments are the same or your lease payments are the same. Same thing with rent or a lease on a car, right? Those lease payments remain the same, therefore being fixed costs. Salaries. Salaries for a certain period of time usually stay the same. That's considered a fixed cost. Insurance cost, right? That could be a fixed cost. Marketing or advertising. Let's say you pay a flat monthly fee for a billboard and it remains constantly regardless of how much the business sells. Now, this can change, right? If you're doing some campaigns online or you're increasing budgets, but generally, if for example it's a billboard, it stays the same. Loan payments can be a fixed cost, right? So these are examples of some fixed costs and variable costs. This matters because if you have revenues that fluctuate with seasonality, let's say you make more sales in November and December than you do the rest of the year, or in February and March than you do the rest of the year. You want to know this because your costs are going to go up at that time. And it's important in your financial projections to adequately put this in your cash flow statement. That way, you know when to have the money or when you're going to need to spend the money versus when you're going to have the money coming in. So I hope this explains the difference between variable cost and fixed cost for you. The key difference here is that variable costs depend on output levels, while fixed costs remain the same regardless of how much is produced or sold. So again, if you guys have any issues with putting together financial projections or a business plan, reach out to me. I can definitely help. But hopefully this answers some questions for you guys.